What is going on, everyone? The 2024 NFL Draft has come to an end, and the Houston Texans had 9 selections. With that being said, I believe this team got better, but I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments down below your favorite draft pick, the draft pick that you didn't like, and your draft grade. Now, I gave the Houston Texans a B, and I'm not the only one. I've seen Bleacher Report, ESPN, CBS, all give the Houston Texans a B and are loving what they did. Because when you really look at this draft class, the Houston Texans, they drafted guys that could contribute in year one. But they also drafted guys that could be legit starters for them or play significant roles in 2 to 3 years. I think this is a draft class where we will look back and say, Nick Caserio was cooking. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to react to the entire 2024 NFL Draft Class for the Houston Texans. If you are not in my Discord, let me know if you want to be added down below, and I will personally send you the invite. My name is Ruben Calvillo, and I want to welcome you all to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I drop daily Houston Texans content, so follow me on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and this episode was brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Download the app, use my promo code 713HOU for a welcome on your first bonus up to $100. And ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all so much for watching today's episode. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said in the introduction, the Houston Texans drafted players that could contribute in year one. When you look at their first selection, number 42, Kamari Lassiter, cornerback from Georgia. This might be your number 2 cornerback. I honestly believe he could win a matchup between him versus Jeff Okudah versus CJ Henderson. Now, it's not going to be easy, and he might be getting third-team reps as soon as training camp begins. But I feel like as soon as they get going and they start being in these competitions, we will see why Kamari Lassiter was the 42 overall pick in this draft. Didn't allow a single touchdown in the SEC, where some of the best wide receivers right now played at in college. He was absolutely locked down. The swagger that he has, the big-ass chain with the lock pendant, this dude knows what type of player he is, and the Houston Texans know as well. That's why they made him their selection at number 42. Him and Stingley are going to be locked down cornerbacks for years to come. Kalen Bullock, your safety in the 3rd round, pick 78. He might start some games for you. Now, Jimmy Ward, he only appeared in 10 games last season. I don't think we should rely on him playing a full year. Jaden Petrie, his year 2 was so bad, there should be some competition at the safety position. With that being said, I think there might be some games where Kalen Bullock starts. Now, he is 6'3", 190 pounds, and all we know about the negatives of him is that he is 190 pounds, but this is a ball-hawking safety, and we haven't had that since Andre Howe. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Kalen Bullock could contribute in year one. Cade Stover, your 4th round selection, 123. This was CJ Stroud's pick. And I wonder if the Houston Texans are going to give CJ Stroud 1 selection per draft. Last year, it was Tank Dell. This year, it's Cade Stover. And he put up good numbers with CJ Stroud. I think the year they were together was about 500+ yards, 5+ touchdowns. And what you love is this guy was playing on both sides of the football at Ohio State. So the athleticism is there. He just needs to grow and understand how to run routes as a tight end. But right now, this dude is already a better blocker than Dalton Schultz. Cade Stover is your backup tight end, and you selected him in the 4th round. Now, I think we might see Cade Stover more than Kalen Bullock. That's a hot take. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Another player I think could contribute in year one, Jahar Jordan, the running back who you selected in the 6th round, number 205 from Louisville. Look, he has become one of my favorite draft picks for the Houston Texans, and I like how this opens up a competition still between him and Dameon Pierce. But with Jahar Jordan, right, the final line on him on his draft profile is Jordan is undersized and limited as an athlete, but he forced 32 missed tackles on 81 carries in 23, earning a 90.7 rushing grade in the process. That should be enough for him to earn a spot as an undrafted free agent at worst. Look, this is a 6th round pick we are talking about, ladies and gentlemen, but he is going to get the opportunity to get some carries this year. And it would not surprise me if he's your kickoff returner. He had a touchdown at Louisville. There is some speed to him despite his slow 40 time. But I think we could see Jordan get some reps this year. Now let's go to Blake Fisher, because everyone thinks I forgot about him. No, I didn't. With Blake Fisher, it's interesting because I think we might see him as a swing tackle year one. However, from what we learned, is that you should expect the unexpected, and Laramie Tunsil missed 4 games. Titus Howard finished the season on IR, but before that, he missed the first 4 games of the season. There was about 10 plus injuries on this offensive line, and when you have a franchise quarterback like CJ Stroud, you want to protect them. And Blake Fisher, 2 years as a right tackle, I think only allowed 2 sacks in his time there at Notre Dame. One of the best in this class. And is he the Titus Howard replacement? I don't know. According to my boy Barrett, he thinks that Blake Fisher is the replacement for Laramie Tunsil. With that being said, Kamari Lassiter, Blake Fisher, Kalen Bullock, Cade Stover, Jahar Jordan, I think these guys will play significant roles for you in year one, but I think these guys should also be full-time starters for you by the time they hit year 3. Lassiter should be your number 2 cornerback. Blake Fisher should be at right tackle or left tackle. Kalen Bullock should be next to Jalen Petrie. Cade Stover should be I think by the time he hits year 3, Schultz might be either 1 year on his contract or he might have been a free agent that offseason. But Cade Stover is going to be your starting tight end guy sooner rather than later. The other selections that I think could have some significant roles for them. Now, we are talking about 6th and 7th round picks, guys. And normally in the NFL, they just don't last. But when you look at a linebacker like Jamal Hill from Oregon, who was a safety, and this was his first year at linebacker, you see the vision there. I mean, obviously, the coverage skills are going to be on point. The speed is going to be there on point. It is him learning and understanding the linebacker position, how to be effective in the run game. Now, is D'Amico Ryans going to work his magic on Jamal Hill? Would it shock me? Absolutely not. Would it get me mad if it didn't happen? No. Marcus Harris, defensive lineman for Auburn. Now, he is one that I wanted to mention, but I stuck to saying significant role because right now it's Danico Autry, it's Khalil Davis, and these are your 2 starters for the next 2 years. But could Marcus Harris be thrown in that rotation? I know DJ Ritter was a late round draft pick for us so long ago when he had, and Marcus Harris for Auburn had 7 sacks on the year. What we liked in Johnny Newton is what we should like about Marcus Harris. Just someone who is undersized but a high motor, can get to the quarterback and be effective in the run game despite his lack of size. But just because of how refined his tools are and how high of a motor is, he is successful. And then Ladarius Henderson, I mean, with the amount of injuries we saw this season on the offensive line, it would not surprise me at all if he saw some time in the next couple of years. Michael Dieter at one point played right tackle for us against the Steelers. It was that bad with the injuries. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, overall, I am a fan of this draft class. And look, the previous 2 years, we were drafting players to save this franchise. That was not the case this year. This was a pure depth, bring in talent, and fortify your positions. And the Houston Texans did that. Let me know your comments down below. For more Houston Texans content, follow me. Go H-Town. Have a very blessed day.